me and have my wife tearing up and things like that. So I love those guys. I love my family and everybody that spoke highly of me. I really appreciate it.
And to you as well to have Ashley being such, she's really taken to these causes as well. It's a team effort for you guys. She's just as passionate about helping victims of domestic violence, just as passionate about helping kids, underprivileged kids. Just what's it meant the fact that it really is a team effort for both of you guys?
Yeah, my wife Ashley is my rock. Without her, I don't know if I'd be as successful as I've been and be in this position that I'm in. She does it all for our family, holds us together, always wants to give back. Even when I'm not thinking about it, she brings up something. So it's good to have that companion and that partner.
Mike, for so many years you've had to look up at Atlanta at the end of the season in New Orleans, not winning the division. The team hasn't won since 2007. You guys won a Super Bowl before you won the division. How important would it be to lock this thing up?
Oh, we definitely want to win the division. It's something that I've never experienced. I know we won the Super Bowl last year, but we definitely want to get this first, get this division out of the way, and hopefully get the NFC as well.
Of all the endeavors you've been involved with on the field this past year, they're all special. Is there one that especially touched your heart?
As far as community work I do?
Yeah.
All of them are great, but just even though it was a parade that my city threw for me, I just felt the need that it was a perfect time to try to give back in that moment. And I had this vision of myself doing this before, just giving out like money and prizes and things like that. And they had a fire truck for me and my family in Galveston, and I just gave out a lot of cool stuff. So that was a great moment for me and my family. Oh, Buffalo's tough. They're a tough team. AFC. Few plays last year away from the AFC Championship. We could have played them in the Super Bowl last year. They're a really good team. Coming off a tough loss in a windy game against New England. We're expecting their best, and we look forward to putting on our best showing.
What keeps your standards up? How do you maintain
Oh, individually or as a team? Oh, 'cause like I said, I'm super blessed to be here, and I will never take this for granted. No matter what our record is, 3-9 or 9-3. So no matter what it is, I'm always gonna go hard, and just be appreciative of my position.
By the numbers, this Buffalo defense is number one in the league against the pass. They've only given up 8 touchdown passes all year. What do you think makes them tough to throw against?
They got a lot of veterans on the back end. I know Trey White was hurt, man. I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. He's an unbelievable player. But their guys are stepping in for him. Their D-line is really good. Their linebackers are good. Well-coached team. So, it's no surprise that they're at the top of the league in defense.
Rob Gronkowski took a year off of football and got the team back. Now he's played 2 years. He's playing maybe at the same level he did before. What did you learn about Gronkowski as a player?
Everything I know about him is what I've known before. He's the greatest tight end ever, and then I just got to see why. The way he practices, his relationship with Tom, his relationship with his teammates. He's a fun guy, always positive, best tight end ever.
What makes these DBs so difficult to go up against? I know you mentioned Trey White, being injured, but still, it's a good group of other DBs.
They have great communication on the back end, and they play really hard. Like DBs that play really hard are usually the best DBs in the league. They're not too cool out there. They're going to tackle. They communicate. They play physical. So that's why they've been good.
You mentioned 3-9. You play hard for this team, whether it was 9-3 or 3-9.
Yeah, I've been on both sides.
Exactly. So this Sunday is actually the anniversary of the Bucs. They're 0-14 team from 1976. It's the 45th anniversary of their last loss. What would that be like for you if you had to experience 14 straight losses in a season?
I've experienced something quite similar to that. We had 2 wins my first year. I was a little different, though. I was a rookie. I was just super happy to be in the league. Every game was like a Super Bowl for me. But that's terrible. You don't ever want to be a part of a losing team. That's no fun at all. Winning makes this game really fun.
For a franchise, though, that has such humble beginnings, what does it mean for you now to be able to play and give this team and this organization and this city something to be so proud of?
Oh, it means a lot, and we obviously have to capitalize on the opportunity because you never know when you're going to get it again. Look at the beginning of my career to now, just trying to maximize this opportunity and win as much as possible and create great memories.
The communication that Gronk and Brady have developed over their years, BA was just saying that you and Chris are starting to get on the same page with Brady. How much does that change the offensive attack that you put in when you have that ability kind of just give something?
I was talking to Chris about this today. Just the communication, it means so much, and being around somebody for a long period of time matters. And it's definitely evolving and treading upwards where we want it to go, and that just comes with time. And we're getting on the same page, and it's going to be good.
What's it like playing with a quarterback like Tom, who has, it seems like, such sky-high standards, right? Like this time of year, there's no margin for error. What's it like playing with somebody like that demands so much of himself and of his teammates?
It's great. I mean, you want a quarterback like that, the most important position on the field. You want him to care about it as much or more than everybody else, and he truly does. I mean, he puts in the work, and he makes sure we're all putting in the work. Like, you can't half-ass anything with Tom, and that's why he's been so great.
You also called this the most important game of you guys this season. Do you feel that way too?
Tom said that? I mean, that's how he feels. Every game is important to me.
What do you know about Tom now as a teammate that you didn't know maybe at the beginning when you first arrived, or something?
I didn't know he was that cool. Like, he's a really cool guy, man. Really down to earth, really fun guy to be around. I didn't expect that from Tom, honestly. Before I met him. Yeah. All right, y'all. God bless. Thank you.
The goal right here.
We know you're the television stars and awards presenter, something that's also in your future.
Yes. Did you see that?
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, it's A+. Yeah, fantastic.
How long did it take you to build that rapport with Tom, where you guys kind of just kind of signal to each other?
It took a while. I mean, it wasn't like I walked in and I was a rookie and we had it down. I would say about a year. I mean, he saw the potential. I saw, what page I could be on. And, at the beginning, we were up and down. I mean, it was basically kind of like I was up and down because he knew what he wanted out of me, and I didn't, totally understand everything. So I would say about a year. By the end of my rookie year, we had that connection going, and then we followed up with it big time in the off season after my first year, and then from there on out, from my second year in the league, we were kind of on the same page from there on out. I mean, and just working on it, year in and year out.
Have you developed your own signals for each other?
No, I mean, our signals are basically basic for everyone. I mean, the ones that I got, everyone's got. So it's not like our own individual signals. So I mean, it's just I just know what he's going to signal over, and I know signals, and everyone else does too.
I read somewhere that you thought that he was being mean to you at first when you guys first got together.
Yeah, he was. He was a meanie pants. But it was basically, just to get me on the same page, I think he saw that potential that I had, and just get me going and everything, and get on the same communication, the same wavelength, so we can make some plays.
Let him know what the expectations were and the attention to detail that he expects.
Yes, exactly. The attention to detail is what, I really didn't focus on. I was kind of a guy, coming into the league like, oh, just throw me the ball, I'm running, I'm open, but I really didn't pay attention to the details, I would say, and just, after my rookie year, I started noticing that, realized that, and still to this day, details are super important, are big.
Well, you were retired. I mean, you were enjoying retirement. You're doing really well, doing a lot of things. Tom talked you back into playing football. I talked to your dad. Yeah, I think it was Tommy that got him back.
My dad's still wondering who got me back into football. I keep it all a guess, so then everyone just throws guesses, and I just walk away like, man, always keeping everyone on their toes.
Did you have any idea it would go this well, though, since you've been back? It looks like you haven't at this point.
I mean, obviously, we're always, striving for success, striving for greatness, striving to be on the same page, striving to win, and that's all you can really ask for. It was kind of up there on how it was going to go. I kind of, some days it was like, man, it's going to go great, and some days like, man, it's not going to go great. But I just know that if you just keep on working, keep on going, day in, day out, that, things are going to turn. Even if they're not going great, and if they are going great, and you just keep working too, things are gonna stay on the positive side.
You've seen a lot of this Buffalo team already. How does that kind of help you, having that track record and that track record of success as you prepare for this group this Sunday?
Yeah. We got a good team coming into town, big time, and we got to be ready. They play hard football. They play 4 quarters of football, and they bring it. They're going to be prepared. They're going to be coming mentally and physically. They're going to be bringing it. So we got to study up. We got to keep our preparation going like we have the last few weeks. And we got to be ready and on our toes, ready to roll from the opening kickoff.
Tom said after the Falcons game, I hadn't heard him say this before about a team. He said this is the most important game of our season. If that's not normal for him to say something like that, do you feel that? Do you feel that intensity a little bit more?
I do feel that intensity for sure. I mean, we got a playoff team coming in into our house. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the line, but like any other week, we got to prepare like any other week. But they're a good team. They got a winning record. They got a lot of playmakers. They got a lot of good players on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be a pretty intense atmosphere. I would say it's going to be more of like another playoff atmosphere.
It's maybe not like a snowstorm.
Yeah, just not a snowstorm. It's going to be beautiful out, I would say.
There was another award handed out this week. You were at last night. Tom's event for Sportsman of the Year, second time in his career. How impressed were you with the fact that for him to earn such a high honor?
Yes, that was pretty neat to be able to introduce Tom and hand him his award last night for the Sports Person of the Year for Sports Illustrated. So I got to hand Mike his award for Man of the Year in a different style, and then last night I got to award Tom, introduce Tom for Man of the Year. So you're right, I'm going to be a presenter probably. After this is all said and done, I'm just work. That's why I came back to football, so I can work on my presenting skills. That's what I'm really doing.
Did you write Tom's material last night?
No, I didn't. But Tom, he had a good speech, and I think it played well off of my speech a little bit before while I was introducing him, which was good. But it was a cool little event. We got back in time to get ready for today's practice, but it's just incredible, just what he's done through his career, and he 100% deserves the award, and it was just an honor to be there and to be able to hand it to him.
Some people would argue that you might deserve some awards for yourself, especially the way you've been playing in this second act of yours, post-retirement.
You're just trying to just do my best. Yeah, if I get an award, I get an award. Yeah.
It's all about the 2 tutties, right?
Yeah. That's my award. If I get tutties, that's my award. I don't need any other awards. Just tutties.
Who came up with that? The abbreviation of that? It rolls off the tongue very easily. But who came up with that?
I don't know. I just kind of started saying it like last year, and then it just started rolling. So I like it.
Hey, Rob,
I like it a lot.
You've known Buffalo as an opponent twice a year most of your career. When you're not playing them, how much do the Bills mean to your family?
Definitely. The Bills do mean a lot to my family and I. I mean, we grew up in Buffalo, 25 minutes from the stadium. I was a big Bills fan growing up. The Takeo Spikes, Eric Moulds, the Jim Kelly era. And just, whenever I was in the backyard playing football with my friends, with my brothers and I, you line up out wide. You're always pretending you were, the receiver that they had. If I was Moulds, that was always my favorite player. Or if you make a stop or a big hit, you're acting like you're Takeo Spikes. So, the history of the Buffalo Bills just goes way back with my family and I, from just playing in the backyard to watching the games.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, guys.
How's it going?
Good. You kind of had the week to build up to, but what's it like going from being inactive 1 week to playing as much as you did Sunday and getting back into it?
It's awesome. As a football player, you want to play, so whenever you get the chance to step on that field, that's like the feeling you're looking for. As a kid, once you get out there, you just want to play. So it's a great feeling.
You always seem to have maximized your opportunities. What's been key for you throughout these years in staying ready? Because you just never know when your number is going to get called.
I think it's just knowing what you're doing. I played the game for a long time, so to me, no moment or no situation is unusual or too big. I approach the game as a professional, so when my number is called, I can maximize my opportunity, and I think that's the biggest thing.
It seems a lot of guys in the secondary double trained. I know Richard Sherman is trained as safety, Ross Cockrell. Do you double train?
I do a little bit. So I think my skill set suits me more at safety, but I am able to step into, maybe a nickel role, or if worst comes to worst, maybe go play outside. But I just think my skill set and a lot of my knowledge does help the team best at safety.
Is that kind of expected for everybody? Next man up, everybody's got to be ready to play.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's always the saying, the more you can do, which just means the more you can do, the longer you can stay in the league, the more coaches and personnel can rely on you. So I would just say being able to tweak your game to be able to do one thing and become another is just going to help you in your career.
This isn't the only local quarterback that you guys have prepared for and faced this year, but Josh Allen just seems like a different kind of cat. I mean, he's got a cannon of an arm. What is it like preparing for someone like him? What makes him so unique and such a challenge?
Like you said, he has a very strong arm, and he has good legs so he can run. And also they design run plays for him, so that's something that adds a tool to his arsenal. And then he throws off his back foot. So all those things, his speed along with his arm makes him very dangerous.
He's a guy that'll leave the ground when he's running. How do you prepare for that? I mean, do you look for certain things?
Yeah, I mean, with the rules nowadays, it's hard to be kind of physical at the quarterback, but when you watch him, he runs, and he's a big guy, so sometimes he'll lower his shoulder, and it takes 3 or 4 guys to bring him down. Sometimes he'll give himself up. So I just think it's one of those things kind of in the spurt, just as you're playing, you kind of have to feel it out, whether he's to treat him as a runner or treat him as a quarterback.
I'm saying, he likes to hurdle guys too. I mean, do you have to kind of guess which way he's going to go when he's running downfield?
No, I mean, I would just say take the correct angle, watch for his hurdle, but just kind of run through him. Don't leave your feet. Just kind of run through him. Yep.
Tom had said that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Richard Sherman has played corner his whole career, right? What advice would you give somebody like him if they're trying to get some reps at safety? What do they have to be aware of first and foremost?
Put your eyes in the right spot. I would say that's probably the biggest thing. Make sure your eyes are where they're supposed to be. That'll take you to your responsibility. That'll take you to the ball.
Tom had said that this is the most important game of you guys this season. He said that right after the Falcons game, talking about this week about what. Do you feel a heightened intensity? Do you feel that a little bit more this week versus other weeks?
I would say we know that we have a playoff caliber team coming to town, so this is going to be more playoff atmosphere, playoff speed, playoff game. So I would just, I think everybody's kind of antennas are at an all-time high right now, and I just think in December we want to play our best football. So despite who's coming in, right now is where we're all trying to click and gel, and where we want to be at our best.
Watching Bills Patriots on Monday night, did it take you back to Yukon days at all?
Oh yeah, the weather. I know the wind definitely took me back to Stores. Those cold games, those run the ball games, kind of ground and pound physicality. It definitely brought me back. So it was fun to watch, actually.
This Sunday marks the 45th anniversary of the 1976 Bucs. Their 14th loss of the season. Could you imagine being part of a team that had lost 14 in a row? How would you handle that?
Couldn't really imagine it because I haven't really been through it, but I guess you got to handle each week as a new week, just as you do if you're 0-14, 14-0. It doesn't matter. You got to stay the process. Keep trucking along. Each week is a new week, presents new opportunities, so approach it that way.
How is it, though, if you're in a situation where you are losing a lot, to stay up and stay positive and to kind of look towards the bright side of things when things do seem very bleak?
Yeah, it's tough. We're humans just like anybody else. Somebody else that's going through life, that has continued hardships and experienced hardships. It's you just kind of have to talk to yourself and think about the positives, like you said, and kind of keep going.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you. No doubt.
Got Ali Marquette.
Hi.
Favorite day?
What's up?
What's your favorite day?
How'd you know?
You seem like you're in very good spirits.
Yeah, winning helps a lot of things.
Especially this time of year, I'm sure.
Yeah, certainly does. A lot more positive.
Glad to see you feeling better, too.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
How was that like? You're back now, so can you tell me what it was like coming back from the league from an abdominal injury, and what it was like trying to kind of tough through that at first.
Yeah, it was a bummer. It's kind of there's some injuries you can kind of game and get away with, try and sauce it up a little bit, but I couldn't really do that with the oblique, so I had to wait until it felt good enough to actually go.
Ali, this team has attempted more passes than any in the league, a few sacks. I mean, I know it's a combination of quarterback helping out, but how much pride do you guys take in just how you protected Tom this year?
Gosh. So credit goes to Tom, right? And the receivers in doing their job, but for us, it feels like there's still more meat on the bone. We can still do a better job, not only in pass pro, but obviously in the run game too.
How much does it help you guys too, knowing that he's got that internal clock that he's going to get rid of that ball?
Dude, his just awareness in the pocket is just unbelievable. Like it could be clean, and then there's a guy, and then he knows to get the ball out really quick. It's just like a feel that is unbelievable. Like it's amazing to be a part of.
You guys opened last week with 13 straight passes. You kind of go to either extreme. To see the game Monday night, to see a team run the ball 46 times and throw it 3 times, what's that like to watch as a guard?
It's cool. I know how you'd feel the next day. That's probably my first thought. But no, it just shows that there's a lot of different ways to win football and use the resources you have around you, and we've definitely got some good pieces.
To that effect, like you said, you opened up with 13 straight pass attempts versus the Falcons, and a couple weeks before that, you guys were run heavy. Just what's it meant for your team and the growth of your team to be able to play different styles of game depending on which way you think things are going to be for your opponent?
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing when you've got different guys that can step up, right? You're not just relying on 1 or 2 guys, but you really have a whole offense, 11 guys that are really helping you win. So that's huge for us, and it's huge, I'm sure, for Byron as a play caller.
A lot of talk in the preseason, Bucs Bills could be the prelude to the Super Bowl. Tom mentioned this being a big game. You kind of look at this game, this guys come out and say, this is one that we got to be ready for.
No question. And tickets are expensive. I feel like that's a good indicator too, right? It's just the benchmark. So I noticed that as well. I just know because I got people coming to the game, which is a good thing. It's good. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the details.
Yeah. Ali, you got guys like Leonard Fournette, Rob Gronkowski. I know the offensive line tries to soften it because there's a certain physicality to football.
Right.
When you have those guys adding to it, just how does that feel for the 5 of you on front to have that physical element?
It's awesome. Like when you have your skill guys falling forward and getting extra yards, it's just feels like it helps you kind of bury the opponents, right? You feel like you're imposing your will. And so when Lenny or Chris or Gronk, they're falling forward with guys getting extra yards, it's really cool to see, and especially if you can help them push the pile a little bit, is definitely a way you feel like you're imposing your will a little bit. I mean, we've definitely seen where we've played, all 3 phases at a high level. So just continuing to put that together and executing at a high level. I mean, we have seen that we've done it, so we have the confidence that we can continue to do it.
A couple times against the Falcons, it looked like Lenny was really mowing guys over. What did you think of some of the physicality of?
No, it's awesome. I mean, I think I'm not playing defense, but you think that, gosh, you start to second guess how you're attacking it, and I feel like that definitely plays to our advantage.
You guys play with a lot of injuries. You give your coach credit. You got a couple of them now. PA with the Achilles and battling through, right? So that inspire you. That the 69-year-old guys out here.
You know, he loves football, and it's tough to see him in that boot.
Coach Lowe, she's injured now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Coach Bowles last week had a stomach bug. I mean, everybody's fighting through it.
It just proves that we can fight through adversity from top down, bottom up throughout the organization. You know, all hands on deck. It's really inspirational.
Ellie, Tom's admitted he works the officials pretty hard. Do you ever listen to the conversations and get a laugh out of some of the things he's trying to get at?
Yeah. So I know that he has his conversations, and then obviously everybody here is BA and the officials. So those are fun conversations. Also the conversations that Jensen has. There's everyone has their own approach, and it's just fun to watch.
What's the funniest one to remember?
Gosh, I'll probably keep that here.
Jensen mic'd up very often.
No.
I don't know if we can get any examples of that or not. He's a different guy out there.
Yeah, it's usually, he has his conversation. The refs make sure they talk to him. Everybody's on the same page. But, yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.